Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to another session of Life Wisdom with Dr. T. Today, we are going to be reflecting on the importance of trusting your instinct when family pressure may lead you to dark paths. Many of us have made life-changing mistakes because we listened to people that we trusted even when those people did not have our best interest at heart. Have you ever felt that quiet ache in your chest, which is not loud, not dramatic, but just persistent? The kind that whispers, "This isn't right for you," even when everyone else around you insists it is. Sometimes, friends and family pressure rarely arrives as cruelty. They often come wrapped up in phrases to convince you. They would say things like, "This person is not the right person for you. This person is just there to destroy you. This person does not want your best interests." They would continue by making comments like, "This is what we've been doing for so long in our family. We just want what is best for you. Don't embarrass the family. You know the family loves you. We love you so much. You owe us." They would say things that would make you feel guilty. And somewhere between love and obligation, you begin to lose your own voice. In today's reflection, we are going to be helping you reclaim your voice back. This is Life Wisdom with Dr. T, a place where healing meets growth and becoming begins. We begin by looking at the weight of the bloodline. We are biologically wired for belonging. From childhood, survival depended on staying within the tribe. Approval meant safety, and rejection meant danger. So when family expectations tighten around us, it doesn't feel like a simple disagreement. It feels essential. You may start to experience what I call loyalty burnout, the exhaustion that comes from constantly performing a role that no longer fits. Traditions that once felt grounding may begin to feel suffocating. Family values begin to look suspiciously like unresolved generational trauma passed down as commandments. And here's the hard truth. Sometimes what is labeled as loyalty is actually compliance. Sometimes what is labeled as honor is actually silence. And sometimes what is labeled as love is actually control. Recognizing that doesn't make you ungrateful. It simply makes you conscious. This would lead you to recognize certain things within yourself. There is a difference between anxiety and intuition. Anxiety is loud and scattered. Intuition is quiet and steady. Anxiety says, "What if everything goes wrong? What if what these people are saying is the truth?" And intuition says, "This is not aligned. I know what I've been dealing with. This is not aligned." When family members or friends or close friends push you towards a path that feels dark, Whether it's a career you don't want, a relationship that compromises your values, financial shortcuts that challenges your ethics, or secrecy that contradicts your integrity. Your body often knows before your mind does. You feel it in your chest, in your stomach, in your sleep. Yet many of us gaslight ourselves. And you will say things like, maybe I'm just overthinking. Maybe I'm just too sensitive. What if my family is right? What if they turn out to be truthful? They know better than I do. But ignoring that inner voice comes at a cost. It may lead you to burnout. It may lead you to resentment. It may even lead you to your own identity loss. Living as a supporting character in your own life. Your intuition is not rebellion. It is self-preservation. This leads us to the turning point of integrity. What do we mean? There is always a moment where we receive a specific request. There comes a moment when we receive a specific conversation, a specific compromise, and something inside you says, if I say yes to this, I lose myself. That is the turning point. Hopefully you're grown enough to understand the turning point, because that is a critical moment in your life where you have to assess what other people tell you to do and what your intuition, your inner voice is actually telling you to do. As young adults growing up, you start making your own decisions. You start knowing what is good for you. Your family may not always know what is good for you, but you know because you feel it. You feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your heart. You feel it in your sleep. Family pressure often presents dark parts as practical. They would say things like, this is the fastest way for you to be successful. If you don't leave this job or this relationship, you will never be successful. They will frighten you. Everyone does it. They will say, don't be naive. They would say things like, it's better to be secured, and security matters more than ideals. But integrity is not naive. It is the alignment between your inner truth and your outward actions. Choosing yourself at that moment does not mean you hate your family. It means you refuse to inherit dysfunctional behavior as your own destiny. The myth says choosing yourself is betrayal. That's not true. The truth is, choosing yourself is evolution. Sometimes disappointing our families may hurt us, but we also have to think about the hurt that we encounter when we disappoint ourselves. Let's be honest. Choosing your path can feel isolating because you do not have the support of those who have always been around you, cheering for you and supporting you. There may be silent treatments from those whom you expected to support you. There may be some emotional withdrawal, even subtle guilt. And they will make comments like, you've changed. You don't love us anymore. You don't care about us. All these are accusations to make you guilty. And in some cases, distance will become necessary. This is where you build your chosen support system. You find mentors, friends, partners, communities who see you clearly and honor your growth without trying to shrink it. You learn the art of setting boundaries by limiting certain conversations, by protecting your plans until they are stable, by saying no without over-explaining, by reducing your digital access to your personal life. Boundaries are not walls. They are filters, and they allow love in without letting pressure dictate your destiny. Claim your new legacy, my dear friends. Claim your new legacy. True power is not standing in a crowd that agrees with you. True power is standing alone in your truth. When you silence the inherited script and listen to your own intuition, something extraordinary happens. Clarity replaces confusion. Peace replaces pressure. Confidence replaces compliance. You stop living reactively. You start living intentionally. And in doing so, you create a new legacy. One that is built not on fear, secrecy, or false loyalty, but on transparency, integrity, and choice. The pain of stepping away from toxic expectations becomes fuel. You transform inherited dysfunctional behaviors into conscious designs. So, my dear students and friends, if you are standing at the crossroad right now, torn between ancestral or family and close friends' loyalty and your inner voice, hear this. That quiet ache is not weakness, it is wisdom. Choose yourself. Choosing yourself may feel lonely at first, but staying on a path that betrays your soul is lonelier. I've been there. I've had situations in my own personal life where I had to choose the less popular position, but my intuition told me to take that position because I knew deep within me that was the best thing. Silence the pressure around you, because staying on a path that betrays your soul is very lonely. So we must learn to silence the pressure